they say nowadays, hook up. And my friend Warren Zevon had his line, I went home with the waitress, the way I always do. How was I to know she was with the Russians too? Send lawyers, guns, and money. But he always went home with the waitress. And I always tried to go home with the waitress, but it didn't work out. And sure enough, I told the guys, I won't need a ride to the place we're staying. I'm fine. So then she never showed up. She never came back. So I was sleeping on the linoleum floor of this little club, which was actually in a mini mall. And I had a guitar, but you'll notice the shape of a guitar is kind of like a woman, but you know, they're not soft or anything. They really are not a substitute. But if it's all you have, I started writing a song, and a friend of mine had made a poster about me, which is why I got the gig. And the poster quoted all kinds of famous people. He really understands media, Marshall McLuhan, what a hell of a man, Joni Mitchell. They did all these quotes about me, all of which were totally made up by my friend. Not true. But on the back of the piece of paper that I had, I started writing a song. And the thing about writing is, people say, yeah, I start to write and I'm not very good. Well, of course you're not be good. Everything you write is not going to be good until you look the next day and somehow the third page of all the stuff you wrote has one good line and you go, there it is. But most people give up. And I think my great gift as a creative person is just to overly appreciate anything I do. Most people don't have that. They go, oh no, this is terrible. I go, yeah, but it's me, so it's actually really cool. So I found this great phrase and I wrote the song. Then I was back in San Diego walking around with my $13 Stella guitar that I bought in a pawn shop, and I sat down at the Der Wiener Schnitzel hot dog place, waiting for this hot dog, and I wrote the third verse of the song. And 40 years later, they had a celebration day in San Diego for the song, and it was a little filmed me on TV in the Der Wiener Schnitzel place. That company presented me with a solid gold wiener. The kind that most guys and most rock and roll stars feel they already have. They don't have one. I actually do have it. And then I'd written the song when I was traveling with my wife in the Volkswagen bus. We went up the coast of California first and stopped in Ukiah. And we saw a guy in the park. He started talking to us. His name was Star, and he said he managed some rock bands. So he invited us, we went over to the house where these rock bands lived, and I remember standing in the kitchen, and there was a transistor radio on top of the refrigerator, and this song came out. And I just thought, whoa. And it was the beginning of a new, different world for me. That's when I first heard it. So thank you so much for coming. Sing along if you like, and I'll talk to you later. I like the way your sparkling earrings lay against your skin so bright. I want to sleep with you in the desert tonight, with the billion stars all around. Got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down. 'Cause I'm already standing I found out a long time ago what a woman can do to your soul. Oh, but she can't take you anywhere. You don't already know how to go. Got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down. I'm already standing on the ground. Something tells me I may know you as a lover and a friend. This voice keeps whispering in my other ear, I may never see you again. Got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing. I'm already standing. I'm